Joining us initially is head coach Dabo Swinney. We'll be joined shortly after by our 3 student athletes. So Coach Swinney will give his opening remarks.
Well, first of all, congratulations to Tennessee. They did what they needed to do to win the game, earned it. You know, 2 teams had really good years. Both teams earned their way here tonight, and they earned the win on the field tonight. We did not. Incredibly disappointing. You know, just name of the game, a lot of missed opportunities. Simple as that. First half, I think we had 6 scoring opportunities out of 7 drives, and we got 1 field goal out of it. So against the #1 scoring offense in the country that you know at some point it's going to hit an explosive or 2, you have to capitalize. And the one thing that we've been probably the most consistent at all year and have probably done the best is red zone scoring. And we just did not take advantage of the plus territory opportunities. Again, seven drives. We had 1 punt in the first half, a sky punt, 7 opportunities, six scoring opportunities, and we come away with 1 field goal. So really disappointed with the missed opportunities there. We had 101 plays and 480-something yards, and you don't get any points for yards. You know, that's why all the stats, you know, the name of the game is points. The name of the game, you just like I tell the receiver, you don't get any points for getting open. So you have to finish and execute, and we did not do that. I will say this, I thought our guys competed their butts off. I have a great respect for how they competed. They never back down. Either side competed. I thought both teams competed hard. Our guys fought. It was very frustrating because with some missed opportunities, but they continued to compete all the way. And I thought defensively they gave us a chance really most of the night. And then when we got a 1-score game right there in the 4th, they popped a couple runs there, and that was you know, probably the worst defensive possession that we had. But you know, good football team, and a lot of missed opportunities, and then, you know, obviously missed kicks too. So took some sacks, made some mistakes. My man Cade, who's not in here yet, you know, you can easily see how talented he is and what a great player he's going to be. He made a lot of great plays, but he also had some you know, some just mistakes. Simple as that. You know, just took some sacks on some hots, took a sack on a sprint out. Obviously, the situation right there at the end can happen. These are all things he'll learn from, but what a great opportunity. What a great moment for him to be able to go and play and compete. And again, did a lot of good things, made some big-time throws. So didn't go our way tonight, but definitely you know, and it's always sad when it comes to an end. It really is. It's always a sad situation because you're gonna, you know, it's kind of the last time you're gonna be with a lot of these guys. But especially when it doesn't go your way. But even when you win, it's sad, you know, because you got some relationships that, you know, aren't going to be in the room next year. And but I'm thankful for our seniors. I love those guys. I'm proud of, you know, how they competed. And I'm better. And Clemson is better because of those young men who spent the last 4 or 5, in some cases 6 years as a part of our program. So very thankful for that. And again, didn't end the way we wanted to tonight, but an excellent year. 11-3 and ACC champs, and especially coming off a very challenging year last year, and a lot of transition and a lot of change. So we're not anywhere near where we need to be or going to be, but we got better, and that's something that we can take away from it. So again, congratulations to Tennessee and Josh, man. I thought again they did some good things. What a great year for them, and you know, we'll take your questions with that.
Okay, so that you know how we're going to do this, if you have a question, first of all, raise your hand. Excuse me, a microphone will be brought to you. And then when you get the microphone, please state your name and your affiliation, and obviously who you would like to answer your question. So we're now open for questions.
Coach Trevor Rose, CUTikers.com. The decision on that opening drive to go for the fake field goal, to take it was, I think, a 44-yard field goal. Was that something you saw on film, or was it more of a feeling that the respect for Tennessee's offense and the fact that you need to score touchdowns?
All the above. We knew field goals wasn't going to win the game, and we came into the game. We felt like that we had it there, and we'll have to go and look at it as far as how we executed it. But just to come out and be aggressive, and again, knew especially early that a field goal is not going to be the difference in the game. And and then obviously we ended up missing 3 and made 1. So just a plan coming in.
Dabo, Vince Ferrara, 99.1 The Sports Animal in Knoxville. Tennessee got a lot of pressure on you guys on Cade. What did you see in terms of the pressure they were able to get? Was that anticipated in what they were doing to create pressure in this game?
Well, a couple things. He took a couple sacks on a couple hots, where we don't have somebody for that guy. So, those are things we'll learn from. And then there's a couple times where I know we got beat one time, just got beat outside at right tackle, got ran by him. And then there's a couple times where, we've got to scramble a little bit better and help our tackles a little bit. So there's a lot of things. But, hey, they got some pressure for sure. You got to give them credit for that.
Scott Eisberg, WCIV in Charleston. Cade, just how overall do you kind of rate your performance, and what kind of motivation does it give you for this offseason?
Yeah, just super proud of these guys right here. I think we really, we gave it all we had till the very last play. There's a lot of plays that I want back. But just super proud of how everybody competed. Just thankful for these seniors. Man, there's so many guys that y'all just don't get to see every single day that just have such an impact on me. From everybody, Coach Swinney, Hunter Johnson, Shep, KJ. There's so many times that I need help, and they're there for me. And just so thankful for these guys. Wish we could have sent out these seniors with a win. But I think we gave it all we had till the very last play.
Najee Tobias, New Era Prep, Palm Beach County, Florida. So I have this question for Will Shipley. Will, you really battled it out throughout the whole game. There was one play that really, really stood out. You had that acrobatic play in the first half. Let's talk about your athleticism, and let's talk about how you just always will yourself every single play, no matter what.
Yeah, I'll just start off by saying I do it for the guys around me, and I wouldn't want to play for any other university. I love my brothers, and that's truly who I do it for. So I can go out there, make a couple plays, but I missed a couple as well that I wish I could have back. 4th and 1 earlier in the game, missed a signal. I shouldn't have those mistakes, especially mental errors. But at the end of the day, like Kay said, we competed, and there's absolutely no doubt about that. But there's a lot of improvement to do on my end, and just all around. But I love these guys, and I'd truly do anything for them.
Todd Summers, WSPA-TV. Cade, while a lot of people are going to talk about the missed field goals, do you feel like not being able to score touchdowns when you were on the other side of the field, when you were making progress and moving the ball up and down the field, do you think that was an issue that kind of eventually kind of started to wear on you guys a little bit?
Yeah, the name of the game is points, and you get points by scoring touchdowns. So we needed to score touchdowns, and we weren't doing that. So, part of that was on me. I took a sack on 3rd down, and there's just a lot of missed opportunities. Tennessee did a great job on disguising and disguising their blitzes and their coverages, and there was a lot of opportunities to be had, especially in the red zone. But we needed to finish. That's what we needed to do. We were driving on them every single drive. were. And for some reason, when we got inside the red zone, we just couldn't finish it.
KJ, Trevor Gross, TWCKodster.com. I know this one hurts, but I imagine at some point you'll look back on the season. The fact that you won the ACC championship will mean a great deal to you, and you'll look fondly on that. Will the way this game went, factor at all in your decision on whether you come back?
Not at all. That decision time will be made at a later date. Right now, it's just about appreciating, like you said, what we've done this year. Coach Swinney said it in the locker room, 11 great days and 3 bad ones, and we'd be fools to really just focus on the bad 3. As competitors, that's what we're going to do because we want to win them all. But I'm really proud of this group of players, this coaching staff. Really, everybody it was counted out at the beginning of the year. I look back at some photos that I had taken. We were like one commentator picked us to win the ACC, and probably nobody had us finishing in the top 10 if that's where we land. So really just happy, happy the way these guys fought to the end, and regardless of the outcome, I wouldn't trade one player and one coach, for what I was able to be a part of this year. Really was special, and I got to appreciate every moment.
Question for KJ and then Cade. KJ, what do you think of Tennessee's offense? The line, Milton, what were your impressions of them going up against them? Great group. First, shout out to our coaching staff. I definitely felt like we were prepared for at least the tempo aspect of it. Obviously, a great focus that Tennessee does a great job of stressing their opponents. I felt very comfortable in that aspect. But with that being said, now obviously a physical, a big up front. I think we did a good job from a front 7 standpoint of really holding the line. Not too many big runs given up, and when there were, it wasn't a matter of physicality, more just us being outside of our gaps, and they're good enough to capitalize on our mistakes, but also obviously Joe's a great player, and that's kind of what I said before the game. He hasn't a lot of people have gotten to see that because he hasn't got to play a lot this year, but I was very aware and capable of what he could do. So like I said, it was a good night. I think on the defensive side, obviously could have been much better, but they did a great job of capitalizing on some of the mistakes that we had, and we just have to learn from it. And Cade, you ran the ball an awful lot tonight. Was that game plan? Was that opportunity that presented itself within your reads? Why was that?
Yeah, I think it just kind of just happened during the game. I think there's just plays to be had, and I don't think that was really the game plan coming into it, but end up running some more inside zone.
Yeah, Dabo, Phil Kornbluth, Sports Talk Media Network. People will say the Clemson program is slipping compared to where it was just a few years ago. What would you say to people who would look at your program after tonight and say that it has fallen from the elite?
Well, I don't really know what to say to them. We're 11-3. Sure, I wish we were undefeated, but we've won the league 7 out of the last 8 years. I think that's only happened one other time. That was in the 70s by Alabama. So, we've been pretty consistent, and we'll continue to be consistent and keep trying to do everything we can to be undefeated around here. I think, we won 11 plus games. We won in 1981, won 12, and I think we went 31 years before we won 11 games again at Clemson, and we did that in 2012, and I think we've done it 8 times in the last 11 years. So I think we've been incredibly consistent. Disappointing tonight for sure. But hey, we've got nobody out there has higher expectations than what we have. I promise you that. So again, we'll keep battling, we'll keep working, and there's a lot of great days ahead. So people say what they want to say, always have, always will. We're just going to keep doing what we do, and I've heard all those things before. So we're off to a good start this decade, and if you look at the totality of our program, we've done a lot of great things. So, and then on top of that, we had 90 guys make a 3.0 this semester. 90. That's a school record. We had 17 guys make a 4.0 or better. So for some people, it's all about the scoreboard. For our program, it's about really developing them in all areas, and we've been able to do that consistently. Nobody's been more consistent than us. We're not perfect, we work hard and try to win every game. These guys bust their butt, man. Y'all saw what this kid's got the ability to do. I mean, he's got some plays. We all got plays you like to have back, but you got a chance to see how special he can be. And man, you see the heart of these guys. You got a freshman, a sophomore, and a senior sitting up here, and they are three of the greatest ambassadors that any university could ever have. So, again, you want to win every single game, and when you're a competitor, that's what you strive for. But at the end of the day, seasons come and go. Every year is a new journey. We got better this year. We didn't get where we wanted to go, but we got better, and especially coming off of a very challenging season last year. And man, I'm again thankful for the opportunity that we had to get here and a lot of young guys to learn. I appreciate our fans that drove. We had a lot of fans come and support us, and I really appreciate them, and also appreciate the Orange Bowl people in making it a great week. And we're all disappointed. So my focus is on the young men in that locker room and making sure that we learn from this and that we keep getting better, keep moving forward.
We're going to have two more questions, the first here in the front, and then the second will be in the back.
This question is for Coach Dabo Swinney. Coach, how do you encourage the players not only in a winning situation but also in a losing situation? How do you just keep them all together, the whole team?
Well, you're honest. We all take ownership, and we stay together. I mean, you win and you lose together. When you step in a competitive arena, especially one like we compete in, you're gonna win and you're gonna lose. It's gonna be a part of it. So you have to just you got to manage the success and you got to manage the failure, as we always say. So obviously we failed tonight. We got to manage that. We got to own that. But you also have to create the right perspective, because at the end of the day, we're teachers, and we always have an opportunity to teach. So, like always, you watch the tape, you apply the lessons, and now that the season is over, you're going to study everything about our season, and we start back over in January. January the 13th, we'll have our first team meeting. We'll reset, and the 2023 journey will be upon us. And we'll get back in the fight and go back to work. And we hit 3 out of our 5 goals this year. If we hit 5 out of 5, you win the national championship. So we'll get back to work and see if we can have a better year next year. See if we can keep getting better. And so you just try to keep them together, be honest, and keep a good perspective.
Our final question.
Mark Whiteman, WYFF, for KJ and Will, as two of the leaders on this team all year long. How will you sum up this season? What are the things you will remember?
Yeah, I think the toughest part about it is you just remember the relationships and kind of what you got from those. I think about KJ and what he's done for me. He took me under his wing right when I got here, and I've learned more from him than I could ever ask. So I think that's the biggest thing for me is just the relationships. I'm going to miss all the seniors, but we're coming back hungry, and there's no doubt about that. And then looking overall on the year, it's not where we wanted to get. No, not where we wanted to be, not how we wanted to finish, but there's no doubt that we competed, and I think we've got a bunch of dudes on this team who are hungry, hungry to come back next year and improve something. So you got to keep our heads down, got to work in the off season, get right back to it. But there's no doubt that we've got what we need in that locker room to get where we want to go.
As for myself, when it comes to this year, like Coach Swinney said, just look back and know we got better. Know we grew in the right direction. Been a part of a lot of great teams here, and this will go down as one of them. Just inside out, and all the like Ship said, all the relationships and the great moments we had, the love that has been shared on this team was probably the best and the most genuine out of all my time here. And I remember, all the free popcorn that I could have when we had movie nights before the game. I love popcorn, and I really appreciate Coach Swinney for allowing that for the team. It's really been a blessing, for my life. So, yeah, it's just been a lot of great times, and I just get a lot of time to really look back and really enjoy and think about those times.
Well, that concludes this portion of our press conference. We want to thank Coach Swinney and KJ and Will and Cade for joining us tonight. We wish them the best going into the offseason and entering next season. Thank you for representing the ACC and Clemson University so well. Thank you very much, Coach.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank y'all.
Okay, I'll get the water. Got it. Switch out these waters. You can mix it on. Oh, yeah. Grab these and grab the new one.